Very good evening and welcome along to Pala Giovanni Paolo II for live coverage of Pescara against Luparense in the Coppa Italia Futsal final. 8 teams travelled to Tolentino on Thursday for the quarter-final stage, and now only 2 remain in the hunt for the trophy after defeats for Caos Futsal and Choli Kojanko yesterday. It comes down to this then, the sides currently first and second in Serie A. Pescara, the holders of this competition, are looking to defend their title against Luparense, the most successful club in Italian futsal history. Pescara fell behind in their semi-final against Caos Futsal. For a moment it seemed as if an upset was on the cards, but Matti Rosa levelled matters in the second half. The Argentine then got on the end of this thumping volley from Leandro Cuzzolino to apply the finishing touch. 2 for Rosa, 2 for Pescara, and they ran out 2-1 winners with just a couple of minutes to play. Delight for Fulvio Collini's side. Great choreography ongoing here in Pescara. We've got literally hundreds of children involved in the youth futsal movement in this country who have come to enjoy this showpiece event. The final of the Coppa Italia, one of the most prestigious dates in the Italian futsal calendar. It's the conclusion of the Final 8 2017 in partnership with Frankie Garage. The quarter-final stage was held in Tolentino, in a town struck by earthquakes earlier on this year. The Italian Federation, FIGC, and their futsal division raised significant funds for the earthquake relief effort in that part of the world.
Fulvio Collini, non c'è Borruto, sostituito da Ghiotti. Ti chiedo il perché ha vinto il ballottaggio con Duarte. Poi la cosa che stupisce, Azzoni parte subito nel quintetto.
Non c'è Borruto perché lo spettacolo è stato privato di un campione del mondo in maniera incredibile e vergognosa. Tengo a precisarlo, senza senso e senza rispetto per lo spettacolo. Poi gioca Ghiotti perché Duarte ha una tendinite, così come Cimanghigno ha un infortunio da lungodegenza. Azzoni nel quintetto perché purtroppo abbiamo dei giocatori acciaccati e dobbiamo per forza inserire nel roster e come pivot il ragazzo dell'Under 21. Confidiamo nel nostro cuore, nel nostro carattere, nella nostra voglia di portare a casa questa coppa. Speriamo di riuscirci.
11 a.m. Eastern in the United States. Pescara have rather scraped their way into this final. They won their quarter-final clash on a penalty shootout after drawing 1-1 against Group Imola. Yesterday they had to come from behind against Caos Futsal to take their place here in the final against Luparense. No such troubles for the team from San Martino di Lupari. As we're seeing here, Alan Brandy got them off to the perfect start as they ended up winning 7-1 against Choli Kojanko yesterday. Mancuso also found the net. It really was one-way traffic. Luparense were 4 goals to the good at the interval, just as they were in their quarter-final. Pablo Taborda was the next on the score sheet before Umberto Onorio found Edgar Bertoni. So easy for Luparense. That was the 5th goal of their 7 all told. Luparense came through against Acced Group Latina in the quarter-final. That was a match in which they also led 4-0 at half-time before conceding 3 in a slightly shaky, scary second half. Big news is Adriano Foglia is back. He wasn't involved for Luparense yesterday in their semi-final, but he does take his place in the group today. The significant news, though, is Roberto Tobe is missing, I should say, as is Michele Miarelli, the goalkeeper, who also was amongst the scorers in that match against Ciolico. He got injured in that fixture, and he will be replaced by Luca Morassi between the sticks this evening. That was Miarelli's goal in the 7-2 win. Great thinking, taking advantage of the desperation really from a Kojanko side who had moved to the fly goalkeeper once he gathered the ball. There's only one thought in his mind, but Miarelli won't be involved this evening after failing to recover in time. He did go off injured during that semi-final success.
Allora, due assenze, non gioca Miarelli, c'è Morassi, è pronto, non gioca Tobe. Quanto può influire l'assenza, quanto può pesare quella di Foglia?
Per noi che Miarelli non sta in porta normalmente del portero titolare y ovviamente è una base importante, ma credo che Morassi allena con noi tutti i giorni, lo fa bene e credo che questa è la sua opportunità per prendere la porta. E per un altro senso che non gioca Tobe per un problema muscolare, e credo che noi abbiamo due giocatori di gran qualità come sono Ramone e Foglia. In questo caso entrerà Foglia, che è un giocatore che tutta Italia conosce, che è un giocatore di gran classe, e aspetto che oggi lo faccia.
Formalities are soon to be completed and we can get off and underway here. Giovanni Paolo II here in Pescara. This is not, incidentally, the court on which Pescara play their home games. Nevertheless, there is significant support in here, as you might expect. Pescara playing in their home city at least. A host of decorated names in both teams, full internationals, European champions, world champions as well. Of Argentines who won that trophy, the likes of Alan Brandi for Luparense. There will not be, I should say, Christian Baruto suspended after his dismissal in the semi-final, which did prove costly in the end for Pescara. They were down to 4 players on the court when Caos Futsal took the lead. Baruto was dismissed for 2 yellow cards. That's what they're playing for, the Coppa Italia. Of young faces, I'm sure, dreaming of following in the footsteps of the players that are set to take part this evening. It's Pescara against Luparense for you live here from Pala Giovanni Paolo II in Pescara. The final 8 comes to its conclusion here. 6 sides have fallen, 2 remain. Let's bring you some team news. That's how Pescara line up. Canal captains the side. Big moment for Giacomo Azzoni, a slight surprise inclusion in the starting five. Azzoni was part of the under-21 side for Pescara, along with Matti Rosa, who lifted their version of the Coppa Italia earlier this week. Morassi, as I already mentioned, starts between the sticks after Michele Miarelli was unable to shrug off that injury. Keep an eye on Mancuso. He scored twice in the semi-final. Roberto Onorio is an absolute legend for Luparense. Italian tricolour flags de rigueur, as you might expect. We will have the national anthem in due course, but here they come. It's Pescara against Luparense in the final of the Coppa Italia Futsal. Pescara, the league leaders, playing in their home city against Luparense, the most decorated club in the Italian game. 13 trophies for the team from San Martino di Lupari. They'll be looking to add to that haul this evening. Everything's in place for a wonderful game of futsal. Clearly the league table doesn't lie after these two sides have come through a quarter-final and a semi-final stage to make it thus far. Pescara top, Luparense trying to chase them down. The gap is 6 points with 2 games to play. 1 point in their last 2 league fixtures will suffice for Pescara to be crowned champions of the regular season. But thoughts of that can wait for another day. The whole focus now for the Delfini is on retaining their Coppa Italia after they won the trophy here this time last year. The crowd rises for the Italian national anthem, l'Inno di Mameli.
Se desta dell'elmo di Scipio, se cinta la testa, dov'è la vittoria? Le porga la chioma, che schiava di Roma, il Dio la creò. Stringiamoci a corte, siamo pronti alla morte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò. Stringiamoci a corte, siamo pronti alla morte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò. Sì!
And to the cry of "See" at the end, the Italian national anthem is sung with gusto. A lovely twist on what is one of the most iconic national anthems around. The kids have done their bit, Now it's over to the serious action. Pescara against Luparense. Luparense have struck 11 goals en route to this final, 4 in their quarter-final, 7 in their last 4 clash. That's the team of officials for this evening. It could be a bad-tempered affair. With so much on the line, we saw Christian Boruto dismissed yesterday for Pescara. It didn't prove to be costly in the end. Fulvio Collini will know what a big occasion this is. He's experienced many of these before. He won't be fazed by it, and he hopes his players won't be either. Solidarity amongst the officials, so too in the Luparense party. After a disappointing Winter Cup campaign, Luparense were thrashed in the semi-final by eventual winners Acqua e Sapone. The team from San Martino di Lupari will be looking to end what is a relatively long trophy drought for Italy's most successful club. The wait has gone on too long. It's time for them to put matters right and restore the natural order of Italian futsal. In their way, Pescara, arguably the most impressive side in the Italian game over the last 3 years. Big evening for Mauro Canal, who captains the Pescara side. He used to play his futsal for Luparense. Final checks on the netting. Cuzzolino played such a big part in these semis. Capuozzo will be important this evening. The only surprise about that Pescara starting 5 is Giacomo Azzoni leading the line at pivot. We're used to seeing Matthias Rosa in there, but he starts on the bench. The moment has arrived then. We're all set for Pescara against Luparense in the final of the Coppa Italia Futsal. Live here from Pala Giovanni Paolo II. Minutes of futsal action coming up in this final between Pescara and Luparense, which is underway. We're in the company of Patrick Kendrick. Here's an early touch for Mancuso, who scored 2 of Luparense's 7 in their semi-final victory over Cogianco. Mancuso once more. Unable to spot Taborda. Well, Pescara beat Asti on penalties last year to lift their first Coppa Italia. Looking to retain the trophy. On Friday, their under-21 side won against the same opposition, Asti, funnily enough, by 7 goals to 0. This is Bertoni with the first shot in anger. It's nearly 3 years since Luparense last won silverware. It's despite the fact they've won 13 trophies in the club's history. Mancuso looking for Bertoni at the back post. In comes Cuzzolino. This is Canal. Now Caputo. Bertoni in to make the challenge. Mauro Canal. Leandro Cuzzolino. Mazzoni unable to keep the ball in play. Taborda. Now Onorio took a chance there, trying to evade the intentions, or attentions I should say, of Canal. Caputo through towards Azzoni, trying to hold the ball up and bring others into play. Nearly surprised Morassi there with the effort. Taborda nearly lost his footing. Edgar Bertoni. Pablo Taborda, the ball did just go into touch. Caputo, now Cuzzolino. Good hold-up play once again from Azzoni. Cuzzolino. Patient from Canal. Caputo. Cuzzolino's ball forward, looking for Canal. Nice idea, just lacked the execution. Interestingly, Pescara yet to score in this competition through anyone other than Matti Rosa, who's not on the court at this moment in time. Scored their one goal in the quarter-final and both of their goals in yesterday's semi. Nice ball forward, Bertoni could be in here for the opener. It's a fine start from Capuozzo. Bertoni looked to nutmeg him. And the veteran goalkeeper closed his legs very quickly. Fine goalkeeping from Capuozzo, who turned 37 on Friday. What a birthday present this would be if Pescara could retain the trophy. Canal. Cuzzolino. Now Caputo. Azzoni turning. Spreading it for Canal. It's in towards Azzoni. Or Matti Rosa, rather, I should say. And the first save of the match comes from Luca Morassi. Matti Rosa stealthily got in towards the back post there, and he got onto the court as well. Without me noticing, Cuzzolino's drawn a corner meantime. Cuzzolino, having won the corner, will take it himself. Back it goes. Canal thumps it over the top. Umberto Onorio. Nice touch that from Mancuso. Bertoni back with Mancuso. Bertoni wants it towards the back stick. Mancuso goes himself and finds the opening goal. Mancuso scored twice in the semi-final, has broken the deadlock here. First blood to Luparense. He used the run of Bertoni and then just easily glided past Caputo. The finish was emphatic. Cuzzolino. Well in by Taborda. This is Bertoni. Iferi was caught, nothing doing. Canal emerges with the ball. It's going to break here for Matti Rosa. Tried the toe-poke finish, which is a feature of this sport. Another look at the opening goal. can tell you Edgar Bertoni has gone off to be replaced by Coco. Onorio. Nice idea that from Coco, and he's drawn the first foul of the game. Leandro Cuzzolino. And adjudged to have tripped Coco Wellington. This is Pablo Taborda. Gets the return from Coco and works the goalkeeper Capozzo equal to it. Shooting chance for Onorio this time. A mistake in the Pescara ranks. They very nearly presented Luparense with a chance to double their lead. Taborda with the first effort. And then it was Matti Rosa who ran into traffic. And very early on here, Fulvio Collini has decided to call a timeout. He barely played 3.5 minutes.
Ci vorrebbe il silenzio, il silenzio. Cristo Dio, il silenzio. Il silenzio, Cristo Dio. Fascia libera, 1-2 libero. Svegliamoci! Cazzarola! Ma che è sto sistema? Svegliamoci tutti!
Collini telling his players to wake up. Said there should be silence. He said, wake up. Make use of the flanks. Stop the opposition from playing easy 1-2s. Collini felt he had to address some serious issues with his side early on here. Pescara, the hosts, fell behind in their semi-final too. Had to come from behind. This is Luca Leggero. Rosa was lurking at the back post. Was all alone. Leggero, who took a risk in the semi-final, was booked and then continued to argue with the officials. This is Rosa. Salas. It's a good block. Mancuso, nicely done. Space for Coco. Onorio. Back it goes to Mancuso once again. Coco. Now Pescara can break. As ever, Matti Rosa, the chief threat. He's been in fine form. 3 goals in this competition, 4 goals in the under-21 Coppa Italia. As he qualifies for that as well. He's been playing lots of futsal over the last few days. This is Salas. Wanted some movement from Leggero. Here is Luca Leggero now. Back with Morgado. Rosa. Salas. He's run into trouble. This is Coco. And now Pablo Taborda. Mancuso. Won the ball back fairly. It's a big save from Capozzo. Big appeals for a free kick for an alleged offence by Mancuso. But the officials judged that he got the ball there. It looks like the right decision as well. Salas caught napping. Mancuso scooped forward towards Coco. Alan Brandy is about to be unleashed for Luparense for the first time this evening. This is Salas. And he was caught by Umberto Onorio. Salas' momentum took him into Mancuso in the end. The whistle was blown for the first challenge. Leggero under pressure from Alan Brandy, who's now on the court. Rosa, nicely done. Leggero, furthest forward for Pescara. Good foot on the ball by Coco. Dudu Morgado. Now Salas. Well in first by Coco and then by Umberto Onorio. Legendary figure at Luparense, more than 200 goals for them. He's been at the club since 2006. Javier Salas, he's given it away. Coco Wellington could be in here. Coco for the second, was he caught? Free kick and a yellow card shown to Salas. Another big moment in this final. Luparense have started the stronger of the two. with that early goal from Mancuso. Salas thought he got the ball. Did he go through the player first? It did appear to make contact with Coco Wellington before playing the ball. So a yellow card for Javier Adolfo Salas, the Paraguayan. Humberto Honorio, the captain, leaves it in the end for Coco, who drew the foul. He has Taborda just to his left. Honorio is lurking down by the byline. Coco goes for goal, comes off the post, and it's wide from Honorio. Wellington managed to find a gap there. Bertoni's come off for Alan Brandy meantime. This is Salas, who's walking a tightrope now after that yellow card. We saw Cristian Barruto dismissed yesterday for Pescara. It nearly cost him. This is Mati Rosa. Luca Leggero now. Look to find Rosa. He might have gone for goal himself. Doesn't get too many, Luca Leggero. Morgado. Salas. Good foot in from Coco, who's made a fine start to this match. Leandro Cuzzolino comes back on for Pescara. Another look at that effort off the upright relief for Capuozzo. The shot was deflected off the wall in the end. Headed clear by Pablo Taborda. Gets it back from Bertoni. Still Taborda. Bertoni. On by Coco. Kept in by Alan Brandy. Good strength from him as well, the Argentine. Bertoni. Luparense moving the ball well. Coco. It's on by Taborda. He wasn't the intended target of that pass. Alan Brandy can't get there ahead of Morgado. Another risk from Dudu Morgado there, looking for Cuzzolino. Morgado able to control that. Bertoni did very well to get back and dispossess the opposition player. Morgado's effort comes off Alan Brandy. Despite the fact that Luparense have claimed 13 trophies and they are Italy's most decorated futsal club, this is their first final against Pescara. Best side around in the last couple of years, and the league leaders. Too much on that from Cuzzolino for Rosa. Five league titles in their trophy cabinet, Luparense. This is Alan Brandy, now Pablo Taborda. Coco, Alan Brandy. Leggero gets the decision. Morgado just saw Rosa at the corner of his eye but couldn't find him. Pablo Taborda, Bertoni's run ahead of him. Rosa retrieves for Pescara. Leggero, kept in by Cuzzolino, scoop forward for Mati Rosa, who can keep it in and shoots wide. Of all the players you'd want in that position for Pescara, it would be Mati Rosa. Bertoni's pressure was perhaps sufficient just to put him off. Adriano Foglia's on for the first time for Luparense. Man who won the Ballon d'Or in 2003. Arguably the finest futsal player to ever grace these shores. Foglia, Alan Brandy. Foglia was caught off the ball. It's a third foul committed by Pescara. Bertoni came off Cuzzolino. Humberto Honorio now. Foglia's certainly not going to chase that. Cuzzolino. Ghiotti is on for Pescara. He didn't take any part in the semi-final, Alexandre Ghiotti. But in the absence of Roberto Tobe, He is amongst the party. Caputo. Canal. And still, well in by Bertoni. Mauro Canal won 4 league titles in 7 seasons with Luparense, but he's trying to stop them from lifting the Coppa Italia this evening. Claimed it 3 times, the team from San Martino di Luperi. Cuzzolino thought about the shot, when he did let fly. Caputo. Back for Giotti. Cuzzolino. Giotti, Canal. He's done well to get away from Bertoni. Cuzzolino, no foul by Foglia, who was then caught by Cuzzolino. It's a yellow card for the Argentine too. He joined Salas in the book. He felt aggrieved that the first decision didn't go his way, and Pescara's ill discipline is once again proving important. Still just under a dozen minutes to play in this first half. Luparense have the lead. If you are joining us slightly late, that was courtesy of Mancuso. Early doors. Here you see 4 accumulated fouls already for Pescara, and they have plenty of this first half still to negotiate. Foglia trying to isolate Giotti. Foglia inside for Mancuso, back to Foglia. Shot was well blocked. Canal took a chance. Had to take evasive action, thumping the ball into the stands. Foglia. Onorio. Mancuso, nice idea. But Onorio hadn't continued his run. Slight misunderstanding between Mancuso and Umberto Onorio. This is Caputo, another player who used to feature for Luparense. Caputo. Giotti. Home fans are starting to make themselves heard. Pescara don't play their futsal home matches here at Pala Giovanni Paolo II. Their home court is Pala Rigopiano. Nonetheless, this is their home city, so as you can expect, most of the fans are cheering on the Delfini. With some cries of Pescara, Pescara, that coming from the stands. Bertoni, now Onorio. Couldn't find Mancuso. David Marin not happy because Mancuso was pushed off the ball. Canal, that was goal bound. Foglia got his sizable frame in the way. Giotti. Matti Rosa's back on for Pescara, their chief goal threat. The Argentina international, under 21 international, I should say. Here is Matias Rosa. Mauro Canal. Giotti waiting for support. This is Rosa. Caputo turns away from Bertoni. Giotti just behind Caputo. Nice idea that. Good change of tempo from Pescara, slowing the ball down at the back court before upping the ante moving forward. Foglia trying to get away from Caputo. Important foot in there from the Pescara man. Mancuso, nice weight on the pass towards Taborda. Canal read it though. Capuozzo just gives away possession. Onorio. Mancuso. The idea was right, the drop of the left shoulder. His first touch was the only thing that prevented him from getting in on goal again. It's his strike that separates the two sides as we tick towards the midway point of this first half. Mauro Canal. Luca Leggero. Canal, Leggero's continued his run. The goalkeeper's come. It's the right decision from Luca Morassi. He needs to quickly get back between the sticks. And he makes the save after the deflected effort from Canal and keeps the ball in play. Fine goalkeeping, that from Luca Morassi, who's in today for the injured Michele Miarelli. Foglia running at Canal, still Adriano Foglia onto his right. He's worked it inside. Capozzo just about dived on the ball. Leggero, Rosa. Leggero again. Good readjustment that from Morgado to keep the ball in play. Canal with his back to goal. And now Morgado off the woodwork. Pescara should be level. He had all the time to pick his spot. Lost his marker far too easily there, did Dudu Morgado. Neither Onorio nor Foglia went with him. Pablo Taborda, Umberto Onorio, free forward in this attack for Luparense. It's towards Taborda. He wants the corner, but he won't get it. Ball did seem to spin wide, and it didn't appear that Taborda sliced it. Salas, Leggero. Morgado up against Mancuso. This is Salas, shown inside by Coco. Morgado has come off Coco. He's got to keep it though with Leggero, and now Salas. And it will break here for Morgado, who settles for the corner. Leggero, let's fly! A whisker wide. Fine strike that from Luca Leggero, part of the 2014 European Championship winning side for Italy. It's a good touch from Mancuso. Leggero stayed tight to him though. Morgado under pressure from Coco, needs some help, finds it in the shape of Salas, and now this is Rosa. Salas getting forward, here is Salas! Pescara level. The counter-attack, a fast break forward from the Delfini. Rosa knew that Salas was arriving. It was just whether he could get the right weight on the pass and whether the Paraguayan could apply the finish. And the answer was a resounding yes. We're all tied up here, one apiece. And instantly, David Marin calls for a timeout to address matters. A quick look up from Mati Rosa. Salas arriving right on cue.
Si continuamos 4-0, che è come abbiamo trovato la sua spalle. Ok, 4-0, non ti pongas a terzino.
Non entriamo nel gioco loro perché adesso voleranno menare tutto. Noi giochiamo calcio a 5.
Continuiamo perché alcuna di più, alcuna falli vanno a farlo. Sì, continuiamo con la palla veloce. Ok, facciamo Inter, facciamo Boca, ma tutto veloce.
Keen for his side to keep moving the ball quickly and for them to keep the intensity levels up. Maintain their aggression as well. Pescara, having fallen behind earlier on to Mancuso's opener, are level thanks to Salas. Game on here at Giovanni Paolo II. Pablo Taborda. Onorio. Mancuso. Taborda gets it back from Coco Wellington. Coco's continued his run. Coco's effort came off Salas and then back off Coco. Will be a Pescara ball. Leggero. Looks long towards Giacomo Azzoni. And the free kick goes the way of Pescara. Salas, incidentally, came the first Pescara player other than Matti Rosa to find the net in this competition after Rosa had scored their previous 3 in the Coppa Italia between the quarter-final and semi. This is Salas again, looking threatening, but he's lost the ball. Coco, Mancuso, Taborda. Coco once more. Now Honorio. Slightly loose ball that from Mancuso, although he's suggesting to Taborda that he could have taken the ball out of his feet with his left and potentially eliminated the opposition player with a turn of pace. Didn't prove the case. Salas. Cuzzolino's back on. Instead it's Leggero. Cuzzolino caught in his heels. Bertoni reintroduced meantime for Honorio. Taborda, Coco, Taborda tries to retrieve the scoop, just too much on him. Leggero off, Caputo on. Leandro Cuzzolino. Ball forward is towards Azzoni, good first touch from him. Azzoni, Cuzzolino, well in by Taborda. Pescara ball. Cuzzolino towards Canal, slightly awkward height for the skipper. Around about level with his chest. He was unable to adjust. Edgar Bertoni, who has a remarkable record in this sport. He's reached 7 consecutive Scudetto finals. Taborda. It's a very tight match, as you might expect. All of Pescara's have been in this competition. Coco. He felt he was fouled, nothing doing though. Pescara's quarter-final went to penalties. Their semi needed a late winner from Matti Rosa after a fine volleyed effort from a corner from Leandro Cuzzolino. Here is Cuzzolino just lurking behind Taborda. No such issue for Luparense. 4-3 over Axid Group Latina in the quarters. 7-2 yesterday here against Ciolico-Gianco. Caputo, Cuzzolino. Taborda got in ahead of his goalkeeper. Mancuso brings it clear for Luparense. Coco, Bertoni, shooting chance! Just wide. Caputo ran out of court. Good aggression there from Mancuso. Alan Brandy is going to be the next player to be introduced. He's in the substitution zone. He won't come on until Luparense cede possession or the ball goes out of play. Mancuso. Taborda. Coco. Canal, first to the loose ball. He has Azzoni to his right. Canal! Narrowly wide. Came from a Luparense mistake. Nano Canal was shown inside. I'm not sure that Luca Marassi was necessarily getting to that effort had it been on target. Bertoni. Coco. Brandy takes over. Pablo Taborda. Coco, well in by Leandro Cuzzolino. Just over 5 minutes to play in this first half. Pescara 1, Luparense 1. The final of the Coppa Italia Futsal. Alan Brandy with 2 for company. Last touch was off the Argentine, who's now scrapping away with Caputo just beneath the officials' table there. First flashpoint of this final. Fulvio Collini didn't like that reaction. Thankfully, the officials got in very quickly to stop any afters between Caputo and Alan Brandy. There was a shove there, as you can see, from Caputo to the head of the Argentine. Flipped forward by Cuzzolino, only half dealt with by Bertoni. And then Alan Brandy blocks the effort from Cuzzolino. Chiotti, Capuozzo, it's given straight to Edgar Bertoni, and here's a chance for Foglia. Good save, Capuozzo. His mistake, he atones, and an apology from Antonio Capuozzo. No harm done in the end. Nicely done by Bertoni. Might have shot himself, knew exactly though where Adriano Foglia was. And he drew a fine save out of Antonio Capuozzo. Pablo Taborda. Here's Foglia. Alan Brandy can't keep the ball in play. Once again, tussling with Caputo. This time on the opposite side. Forward by Rosa. No one made the run. Foglia. Taborda. Alan Brandy got away from Caputo for a moment. Caputo emerges with the ball, though. Foul by Bertoni. Naive challenge from someone who should know better, and he's gone into the book as well. First yellow card shown to a Luparense player. It's their third foul that they've committed. He was going nowhere there, Caputo. Two opponents behind him, and yet Bertoni still lunged in. Matirosa, was he caught there by Alan Brandy? Was. Again, as the ball looked to be straying beyond the touchline. 4 fouls each now, as Chiotti comes off. Mauro Canal looks favourite for the free kick, although Cuzzolino has a long run up too. There's Canal pictured, the skipper. Cuzzolino, though, does have a wonderful left foot, as we saw in the semi-final. Canal leaves it for Cuzzolino to strike, and it's poked in by Matirosa. The simplest of tasks for him. The same combination for Pescara's second goal as they had for what proved to be the winner in the semi-final. Cuzzolino's shot, and Rosa applying the finishing touch. Slightly different this time. Luca Marassi will be disappointed that he couldn't push the ball to safety. Cuzzolino's shot too hot to handle, and how easy was that for Matias Rosa. And Pescara, having trailed by a goal to nil, now lead by 2-1. Four goals in the under-21 Coppa Italia for Rosa. He's now got 4 in the senior version. What a week he's having. And now the home crowd start to make themselves heard. Pescara won last season's Coppa Italia. They've won this season's Super Cup. It's a very successful period in the club's history under Fulvio Collini, the special one. Leggero. Now Capuozzo. Long it goes, straight to Bertoni, who couldn't find Foglia. Foglia was unmarked momentarily. It could have been an opening there for Luparense. Morgado round the corner for Rosa. Leggero has to check his run. Morgado was all alone at the back post momentarily. Salas, who got the first for Pescara. Leggero, Salas again, trying to get away from Alan Brandy. Rosa was caught by Umberto Honorio. 5th foul committed by Luparense. Rosa, having got the second for Pescara, has gone off for a breather. Giacomo Azzoni on in his stead, another of those from the Coppa Italia under-21 triumph. Leggero, faced by Foglia. Salas. Leggero. Back with Salas. Pass is just a bit heavy. Bertoni gets it back from Foglia. Edgar Bertoni working the space inside. Foglia keeps it alive for Onorio. Onorio away from Azzoni. Umberto Onorio, it's another good start from Capuzzo. Able to locate the ball under him as well. Leggero, meantime, couldn't get the ball out of his feet. Good tracking back from Bertoni, who makes way for Coco. Azzoni, now Morgado, well in by Foglia. Still Adriano Foglia. Good strength that from Salas. Bit of a mismatch in terms of size. Leggero. Salas takes over. Flip forward by Leggero. A break here for Azzoni. Salas has run beyond him. Let's start again with Dudu Morgado. Salas. Leggero. Well in by Onorio. Still going. Umberto Onorio, quick feet. He was caught by Salas. And that's a fifth foul committed by Pescara. 5 apiece now, with under 2.5 minutes to play in the first half. Luparense trail by 2-1, having taken the lead through Mancuso. Salas levelled matters before Rosa finished from the rebound after Cuzzolino's free kick was too hot to handle for Luca Morassi. The court's just going to be wiped down. Umberto Onorio is in some discomfort. Pablo Taborda below us was suggesting there was a stamp, and he has a case. Salas stamping down. He's got away with that one there. Onorio clearly caught by Salas, who had already been booked, lest we forget. And Pescara very fortunate to escape a second yellow. And after a bad-tempered semi-final in which Pescara thought the officiating went against them, they certainly should feel relieved there, whereas they might have felt aggrieved yesterday. As you can see, the captain, Umberto Onorio, is limping off, suggesting that he was stamped upon, and he certainly has a case. The evidence appears to corroborate that notion. It's going to be Mancuso to try his luck. Mancuso, good save. And the ball is put into touch by Morgado. Forward by Coco. Mancuso, and still Mancuso, good save. Mancuso should have finished, really. Oh, the goal was gaping. Chiotti furious, he thought there was a handball in the build-up. But once play continued, he probably should have done better, Mancuso, if not with this first effort, certainly with the second. Just watch as the ball breaks back to him. There, he had the goal at his mercy, couldn't wrap his foot round it. Canal is free at the back post! It's a stunning finish from Mauro Canal. Brilliant set piece from Pescara, and Collini's side have a 2-goal cushion. The Luparense former player comes back to haunt them. Mauro Canal with the pick of the bunch so far. He drifted away from his mark. A lovely ball from Morgado stood up. Look at the technique from Canal. On the volley, back across goal into the top corner. It's a glorious effort. Nothing that Luca Morassi could do. And Pescara very much in charge now. Luparense will feel aggrieved. Roberto Norio was certainly stamped on by Sanas, who escaped a second yellow card. Luparense could have been playing against 4 for a couple of minutes. Instead, Pescara have gone up the other end and found the third through Canal. Coco. Trying to escape the attentions of Ghiotti. This is Bertoni. Back with Mancuso. Pablo Taborda. Bertoni. Good turn. Back across the face. Chance for Taborda. It's 3-2. Bertoni worked the opening and Taborda made no mistake. What a first half we're having here in the final of the Coppa Italia Futsal. Once Taborda was able to control the cross, it was just whether he could get the ball past a combination of Morgado and Capuozzo. The goalkeeper desperately trying to get back into position to make the save, but he wasn't quick enough. Taborda's found Mancuso meantime. Bertoni to his left. Mancuso instead shifts it onto his right. Taborda now, and Bertoni, and very nearly an equaliser for Mancuso. Leggero at the other end, just unable to latch onto that long throw forward from Capuozzo. Coco for Bertoni. Still Edgar Bertoni. No touch off Cuzzolino, will just be a Pescara ball. Antonio Capuozzo is down. He's just having words with the officials. He's very much the established first-choice goalkeeper. Another look at that chance for the leveller. I think it caught him in a rather delicate area of his body. That's why Capuozzo's in some discomfort. Foglia. Coco. He's done well to get away from Canal, but can't find Foglia. Mauro Canal. Cuzzolino under pressure from Coco. He's found a route out though with Rosa. This is Canal. Now Leggero. Pescara using the full width of the court. Canal. Leggero scampers back to keep it in, just about. Canal again. Same combination with Leggero. Luca Leggero shown inside by Mancuso. This is Cuzzolino. Shooting chance opened up. Not the execution we're used to seeing from the world champion. Forward by Coco. Mancuso holding it up with Leggero in close attendance. Taborda, who scored Luparense's second. Foglia. Mancuso. Just Coco ahead of him. This is Pablo Taborda now. Mancuso for Foglia. Good feet from Adriano Foglia. The angle was very tight, too tight in the end as it proved. Last dozen seconds of the first half then, as we have another look at that effort from Foglia. But it's going to be Pescara who go in with the lead at the interval by 3-2. There is technically a second still to play. But as soon as the ball comes back into the court, Pescara will go in with a half-tide lead. A slender one. At the interval, Pescara lead by 3-2. They fell behind to Mancuso's opener, then scored 3 without reply from Salas, Rosa and Canal. But Pablo Taborda has cut the deficit to 1 at the break here. It's game on in the Coppa Italia Futsal final. Join us for the resumption of this very shortly.